from our fans showing up every single night, no matter who's on the floor for us. The Colts down the road, I'm looking forward to attending my first Colts game on Sunday and cheering them on.
In the quiet corners of social media, a storm was quietly building. Then, seemingly overnight, it erupted into a wildfire sweeping across every platform imaginable. Headlines screamed that the Indiana Fever's rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark, had officially inked a staggering $1 billion endorsement deal. Not just with any company, but in tandem with the legendary Michael Jordan himself. Alongside her loyal teammate Sophie Cunningham, the rumor promised a seismic shift in sports history. At first glance, the claim seems almost impossible, a number so colossal it stretches the imagination. But what makes this story irresistible isn't just the sheer dollar figure, it's the context. Caitlin Clark isn't merely a talented athlete, she is a phenomenon, a force that has reshaped how the world views women's professional basketball in record time. Every arena she steps into, every game she touches, carries a gravity previously unseen. Seats that once remained empty now vanish within hours, and tickets for her matchups are moved to massive NBA arenas simply to accommodate the insatiable demand. The curiosity isn't limited to fans. The sports world watches in awe as her presence transforms everything it touches. Television broadcasts featuring Clark have shattered viewership records, bringing millions of new eyes to the WNBA. Merchandise sales have reached unprecedented levels, with her jersey topping charts across all sports. For a rookie, this level of attention is unprecedented. It's more than hype. It's a tangible, measurable shift in the economic and cultural landscape of professional sports. Yet, in this digital age, where every rumor spreads faster than any press release, skepticism is essential. How much of the billion-dollar story is rooted in reality, and how much is the product of the online attention machine? The answer lies in a careful examination of the facts, and the genius marketing and timing behind a phenomenon that has been aptly labeled the Clark effect. Caitlin Clark did not just join the league, she crashed into it like a tidal wave. And the ripple effects are being felt across every level of the sports industry. Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA has been nothing short of revolutionary. In a matter of weeks, she has fundamentally altered the league's economic, cultural, and media landscape, leaving a trail of stunned executives, enthralled fans, and skeptical analysts in her wake. The so-called Clark effect is not just a catchy phrase, it is a measurable reality, one that has forced franchises, broadcasters, and brands to rethink the very limits of what a female athlete can achieve in the modern sports ecosystem. Take ticket sales, for example. The Indiana Fever's home games, once modestly attended, are now a spectacle of unprecedented demand. Rival teams, recognizing the commercial opportunity, have moved games against Clark's squad to NBA arenas capable of holding tens of thousands of fans. It's not just about filling seats, it's about creating an event so massive that it rivals the biggest nights in professional sports. Fans line up for hours outside arenas, while those who can't attend in person swarm online to catch live streams, driving viewership numbers to record-breaking heights. National broadcasts featuring Clark have surged by 200 to 300%, turning casual spectators into avid fans and igniting conversations far beyond traditional sports circles. Merchandise sales tell a story equally compelling. Clark's number 22 jersey became the fastest-selling across all sports on the Fanatics network, outpacing the likes of established NBA, NFL, and MLB superstars. This is more than popularity. It's a paradigm shift, a demonstration that female athletes can drive revenue and global attention on a scale once thought unattainable. The Fever's management, once focused on wins and standard ticket sales, now openly envisions a long-term brand strategy around Clark, likening her value to the cornerstone of a tech giant like Apple. She is no longer simply a player on the court. She is the very face of a burgeoning empire, a single-person engine capable of transforming an entire franchise's financial trajectory. And the impact doesn't stop there. Every endorsement, Every corporate tie-in and every media appearance is amplified by her unparalleled marketability. Caitlin Clark's presence has challenged old assumptions, proving that women's sports are not niche. They are a mainstream force capable of generating global influence. This context is crucial to understanding the billion-dollar rumor. It may be a stretch, but it is not born of imagination alone. The foundation is real, the hype is measurable, and the implications for the future of sports are nothing short of historic. The heart of the viral billion-dollar story lies a series of real, record-shattering contracts that anchor speculation. In fact, Caitlin Clark recently signed a landmark endorsement deal with Nike, reportedly worth up to $28 million over 8 years. While extraordinary for any athlete, it is historic in the context of women's basketball. No player before her has ever commanded such a high-value, multi-year partnership. More than a paycheck, this deal is a statement. Nike isn't merely investing in talent. They are positioning Clark as a global icon, a linchpin of their brand for the decade to come. The contract also includes a signature shoe, a privilege reserved for the world's elite athletes. And this is where the connection to Michael Jordan enters the narrative. Jordan isn't just a retired legend. He is the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar empire, a living symbol of athletic excellence and global branding under the Jordan brand, itself a critical part of Nike's global infrastructure. By associating Clark with Jordan's brand through Nike, the rumor gained its first spark of plausibility. To the casual observer, the narrative of a billion-dollar partnership suddenly felt like it could exist in some alternate reality, where talent, timing, and corporate strategy aligned perfectly. But the story doesn't stop with Nike. Clark's groundbreaking multi-year deal with Wilson Sporting Goods adds another layer of credibility. She became the first athlete since Jordan to have a signature basketball collection with the iconic company. This is more than marketing. It is a symbolic coronation. By repeatedly linking her name with one of the most legendary figures in basketball, these corporations are positioning her as a once-in-a-generation talent whose influence transcends the court. And while neither deal explicitly involves Jordan as a business partner, the indirect corporate connection is fertile ground for sensational headlines and viral speculation. It is here that the internet thrives, assembling fragments of truth into a story far larger than reality. Enthusiastic quotes from the Indiana Fever's GM praising Clark's value are reframed as confirmation of a staggering figure, while the visible loyalty of teammate Sophie Cunningham is misinterpreted as a financial partnership. Fact becomes fiction, amplified by clicks, shares, and algorithmic optimization. And yet, beneath the exaggerated headlines lies a concrete truth. Caitlin Clark's financial and cultural impact is already monumental, and her trajectory suggests that she is just beginning to redefine the economic possibilities for female athletes worldwide. As the billion-dollar Michael Jordan rumor swept across social media, the lines between reality and speculation blurred almost immediately. Fans, journalists, and casual observers alike were captivated by the story. But a closer look reveals a far more nuanced picture. While Caitlin Clark's contracts with Nike and Wilson are real, verified, and historic, there is no official confirmation of a direct $1 billion deal involving Jordan himself. The rumor, as explosive as it seems, is largely a product of the digital age, where enthusiasm, clever marketing, and rapid online sharing can transform a kernel of truth into a global sensation overnight. The origin of the exaggeration can be traced to multiple sources. First, the Indiana Fever's long-tenured GM, Lynn Dunn, has openly praised Clark's unparalleled talent and economic value. In interviews and press conferences, Dunn highlighted how Clark's presence has transformed ticket sales, merchandise, and the team's national visibility. These comments, filled with genuine admiration, were clipped and reframed, giving the impression of a specific, staggering dollar figure that was never actually confirmed. Second, Sophie Cunningham's presence in the story, her fierce on-court defense of Clark, was misconstrued as evidence of a business partnership. Fans, social media accounts, and click-driven content creators wove these elements together into a single, compelling narrative. This process illustrates a hallmark of modern media dynamics. Facts are amplified and distorted to maximize engagement. Headlines designed to shock, thumbnails engineered to grab attention, and viral social media posts act as accelerants, allowing a story that is partly grounded in reality to take on a life of its own. For the casual observer, the billion-dollar narrative seems plausible because it is anchored by verifiable truths. Clark's record-breaking endorsement deals, her unprecedented marketability, and the direct corporate link to Jordan's brand through Nike. These facts create fertile soil for speculation, and the internet's appetite for dramatic stories ensures that even unlikely scenarios gain traction. Yet the underlying reality remains astonishing. Clark's true contracts, her cultural influence, and her economic impact are already historic. While the specific billion-dollar headline may be fiction, the story it amplifies, a female athlete breaking barriers, reshaping professional sports, and commanding corporate investment on a scale previously reserved for male superstars, is undeniably real. Understanding this distinction is critical. The rumor may be exaggerated, but the truth it exaggerates is more remarkable than most could have imagined, proving that Caitlin Clark is not just a sensation. She is an unprecedented force in the world of sports and commerce alike. Caitlin Clark's influence extends far beyond the hardwood. The rookie phenom is not just a basketball player. She is a brand, a cultural force, and a living testament to the evolving economics of sports. Her partnerships with Nike and Wilson are just the beginning. Blue-chip corporations such as Gatorade, State Farm, and Panini have already signed multi-year endorsement deals with Clark, recognizing her unprecedented ability to drive both visibility and revenue. For these companies, Clark represents more than a face on a billboard. She is a direct link to a vast, engaged, and highly desirable audience. The financial implications are staggering. Her income from endorsements alone already dwarfs her WNBA salary, highlighting a transformative trend in modern athletics. A player's personal brand and marketability can surpass the value of traditional contracts. Caitlin Clark is effectively running her own corporate empire. Every game she plays, every signature shoe released, every appearance on a magazine cover or commercial broadcast compounds her global influence. She is rewriting the playbook for what female athletes can achieve both financially and culturally, and her impact is measurable not only in dollars but in perception, attention, and inspiration. Cultural significance is equally profound. Young girls watching her games see a pathway to global recognition and financial independence, a tangible demonstration that women's sports are not just competitive, they are commercially viable and culturally resonant. Clark's presence has shifted public perception, inspiring not only fans but also corporations, sports executives, and media outlets to reevaluate the true potential of women's athletics. The buzz around her name, amplified by social media, viral highlights, and relentless public interest, has turned every appearance into a headline-worthy event. Yet, while the headlines often exaggerate, the underlying reality is historic. Clark is more than a sensation. She is an agent of change. She is challenging the centuries-old assumption that men's sports dominate the financial and cultural spotlight. The billion-dollar rumor may be fiction, but it exists because the world instinctively recognizes the potential magnitude of her influence. Caitlin Clark is not waiting for history to write itself. She is actively shaping it, one game, one endorsement, and one global partnership at a time. And the ripple effect of her rise will be felt for decades, fundamentally redefining the ceiling of achievement for female athletes everywhere. Behind the headlines, the viral rumors, and the record-breaking contracts lies a deeply human story, one of talent, perseverance, and unwavering loyalty. Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise is inseparable from the relationships she builds on and off the court. Among the most visible of these is her bond with teammate Sophie Cunningham. Known for her fierce protection of Clark during games, Cunningham has become an on-court guardian, stepping in against any challenge that threatens Clark's position or well-being. Their partnership is emblematic of the trust, respect, and teamwork that define professional sports at the highest level. It is also a critical reminder that the billion-dollar rumor, while exaggerated, springs from a narrative rooted in real-life dynamics and genuine human connections. Clark's journey from standout college athlete to global sensation is a testament to both talent and resilience. She has faced the scrutiny of fans, the intensity of the media, and the pressure of instant fame, all while maintaining a focus on her craft. Every dunk, every clutch three-pointer, every carefully navigated endorsement adds to her growing legend. Yet, at the core of her story is a principle that transcends numbers, a dedication to excellence, and a desire to uplift those around her. Teammates, coaches, and fans alike see in her not only a player, but a leader, someone capable of inspiring the next generation of athletes. The billion-dollar rumor, for all its sensationalism, underscores a larger truth. Clark's impact is already historic, her potential limitless. She has forced brands, leagues, and audiences to recognize that female athletes are not secondary players in the sports landscape. They are central, influential, and unstoppable forces. More than the contracts, more than the headline. Her story is about breaking barriers, redefining value, and creating a legacy that will endure long after any single deal has faded from memory. As we look forward, the question isn't whether Caitlin Clark is a sensation. It's how far she will take the world of sports and business. The headlines may exaggerate, the numbers may be speculative, but the force behind them is very real. Clark's influence is reshaping professional athletics, demonstrating that talent, determination, and vision can create not only championships, but empires. In 10 years, when analysts revisit this moment, the billion-dollar rumor will feel almost quaint compared to the empire she is actively building today. Caitlin Clark is more than a player. She is a phenomenon, a trailblazer, and a symbol of the limitless possibilities for women in sports. The billion-dollar story was never really about a single contract. It was about the extraordinary human being at its center, the unparalleled talent, and the transformative effect she is having on an entire industry. Caitlin Clark's rise tells us that legends are not just born, they are built piece by piece through skill, determination, and vision. And in this story, the legend is still in motion. The world may have been momentarily captivated by a viral rumor, but the truth, Caitlin Clark's actual unstoppable journey, is far more remarkable. She is not just changing the game, she is rewriting the rules, redefining what is possible, and inspiring millions along the way. The billion-dollar rumor will fade, but the legacy she is building will last forever.